we move on to Sunday, if you're watching YouTube, please hit subscribe. That would mean a lot to us. Hit the like button, notification bell, leave a comment. Like, all that would be great. We'd really appreciate it. So anyway, the first Sunday game, Rams at the Eagles. Rams open up, or Eagles, I should say, open up as 3.5-point favorites. Now the Rams are favored by a 1 point, actually 1.5 points in some places. Talk about a reaction to what happened last week. The Eagles were 6-point favorites on the road, and they lost outright. So what do you think here? Did the Eagles fall to 0-2?
I think it's possible. The thing that I look at is that, I mean, I know it's the Rams on the road against the Eagles, but the Eagles are still really banged up. Their offensive line is really where the concern is. You and I both identified this in the game against Washington. And, that ended up, it started poorly, but after a certain point, Washington just got so much pressure on Carson Wentz that he couldn't do anything against them. They scored 17 points consecutively, and then were outscored 27-0 for the rest of the game. And, as someone who accidentally bet 2 units on Washington money line twice, I was very excited that happened because I forgot I had already bet on the money line, and then did it 3 days later. So when it was 17-0, was not looking good. Made the recovery though, but anyway, the plights of my inability to remember aside, I think the Rams defense was particularly impressive against the Cowboys. They have Aaron Donald as a pass rusher, and if Jason Peters and Jason Kelsey are the only two normal starting offensive linemen playing for the Eagles, well, along with Isaac Soimalu, but he's kind of only okay at best. I like the idea that Donald's going to be able to get to Wentz and really put a lot of pressure on him. Jalen Ramsey is better than anything that the Washington team has on the defensive side of the ball in terms of coverage. So I think he'll eliminate one of the weapons, whoever he guards. And I just think that if Goff can get it out quick enough on the other side of the ball, the Rams are going to be able to move the ball against that Philly defense because their back seven is not very strong outside of Darius Slay. They're mostly based off pass rush. And I think if the Rams get it out quick, they should be okay. And the Rams are like 11-6 against the spread as the away team since 2018 with Goff at quarterback. So I think they have a good chance here. So I'm going with the Rams for a couple units. It'll depend on the injury report, how much I ultimately put on this game. But I'm just going to continue to fade the Eagles offensive line until really the actual results of everything catch up with it. And I know this line has moved a ton, but I still just don't have faith that line healthy.
Yeah, I think you could fade both offensive lines, though. The Rams, I think, have one of the weaker offensive lines in the NFL, too, and everyone's healthy for them. Dallas couldn't take advantage of this because Dallas only has one good pass rusher, which is DeMarcus Lawrence. I guess unless you want to count Aldon Smith, who's going to get 15 sacks, apparently, according to Chris Collinsworth. But I think that Lawrence is the only guy you can really count on for the Cowboys, whereas the Eagles have a great defensive line. They can get a lot of pressure. Like the Eagles did a great job on the Redskins, like early in that game. The Redskins couldn't do anything offensively. And I think that the Rams kind of like they were trying to outsmart the Cowboys, and it worked for a while. And then the Cowboys kind of caught on to what they were doing, and the Rams couldn't really score after that. Like they got that quick touchdown to begin the game. And then they only scored 13 points after that, and it's like they didn't really do much. Like a lot of their drives stalled. I feel like the same thing is going to happen here. Like the Eagles should be able to adjust what the Rams do quickly. Like I could see the Rams getting out to a 7-0 lead, or maybe in 10-0, and then just doing nothing after that. So I think that I think I'm willing to take the Eagles if Lane Johnson returns. If Lane Johnson's out again, then I'm probably going to be on the Rams with you. But if Lane Johnson's back, I think the line value we're getting with the Eagles is ridiculous. Like I said, there were 3.5-point favorites on the advanced line and to open, and now they're underdogs of 1.5. Like I love betting against week 2 overreactions, and this line moved 5 points. Like that's crazy to me. So right now I'm on the Eagles, but the injury report could change that.
Yeah, and I would say if Lane Johnson does play, I would probably reconsider my pick. Right now, I'm assuming that he's not going to play. I know he's close to it last week, but I'm just not sure that the Eagles are going to put him out there if he's not 100%, solely because, what ends up happening if he goes out there and gets further injured while on the field. Like that could be a train wreck for them for the rest of the season. So I will be interested to see how he does. But if we get to Thursday and it looks like he's playing, then I'm going to definitely have to reconsider this because you're right. The line value here is crazy.
Yeah, Kenny likes the Eagles. Kenny should not be talking about gambling, Kenny. So no, seriously, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens to the injury report. I just hope we don't see Lane Johnson having DNP limited, and then questionable, and then we don't know until Sunday morning. That would be very frustrating because of super contest purposes. And we're 3-2, by the way, to begin week 1. So not bad. I think you should just survive week 1, and I think we did that. Douglas is asking what the Eagles receiving core looks like. Deshaun Jackson, Jalen Reagor, John Hightower, and that's about it until Alshon Jeffrey returns. It's not very good. They could add CeeDee Lamb, but they chose not to.